David Wright, thank you so much for sitting down with us and chatting. First, I want to ask, why do you want to run for mayor?
Well, I've been in public service pretty much my whole life. I've been with the city for almost 2 decades, and I love serving people, so I just want to step up to the next level. When I started at the city, it was on the back of a trash truck, picking up trash off the ground, to now I want to run for mayor and keep serving people. And I think it sets a great example for our younger people that you could start in one place and you could work your way all the way up.
And you served for almost 20 years in the
Yes.
city of Indianapolis in
Yes.
various roles. Why now? Why did you decide to move up to that step and say, I want to move to running the largest city in Indiana?
Well, I've already ran the largest labor organization in Central Indiana, being the Central Indiana AFL-CIO president, which was over 40 unions, 52,000 members in 6 counties. So leading that's not an issue for me at all. It's just time, I think. The country, the city, so divided. And as I've been going around and talking to different people and going to different places and barbershops and beauty salons and talking to just people out on the street, their sense of people who's supposed to be serving them is so low. And we're so divided and it's so negative, and we've gotten completely away from just taking care of people.
Where do you feel like that division comes from?
Man, from the top. I mean, we could start at the federal government. We can go to the state house. It's just that you got a supermajority at the state house. They pretty much make the laws that are going to affect municipalities. So with the city of Indianapolis being one of the largest municipalities, but it's Democratic, you're constantly fighting with them about things that they should just be providing. But if you have a thriving Democratic city, what's the likelihood of then it becoming Republican ran? So it's political. It's not what they're doing is political. It has nothing to do with helping or taking care of people.
How do you feel the current administration is doing? Obviously, Mayor Hogsett still hasn't decided if he's going to run later this year. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you'd bring a certain change to that office? Do you feel like people just aren't getting enough out of his administration?
Well, the thing about this is working for it, because I am a city employee, legally and ethically, I can't talk about anything that has to do with city government or my boss. So that's just ethically and the laws and stuff that the city has in place, so we're not out bashing the mayor or giving out information that we're privy to for being in the position that we're in. So what I can say is, I believe that I'll make a great mayor based on what I've already done.
In terms of the other candidates that have already decided to run, mm-hmm. Are you able to speak on maybe what kind of different perspective you bring?
Myself is real easy. None of them have been on the back of a trash truck. None of them have been up 12 hours a night plowing snow in the city. None of them have filled potholes, missed days, been hurt, been sick, but still had to come to work and take care of the business, because I know what it feels like to be up and be in storms. I know what it feels like to get the work done. Operationally, no one has 20 years of experience of doing this job as far as taking care of the people, other than the person sitting in this chair across from you.
Yeah, and working as a DPW administrator, what do you feel you couldn't do as an administrator that you want to do as mayor?
Well, you get to make the final decision. So as an administrator, you still are bound by whatever your budget is, and you're operating that budget between other departments. So I just don't do forestry. I have forestry, your channel maintenance area, which does all your levees, all your storm structures and everything that leads into your rivers and everything, all the monitoring of that, the maintenance of that, all the parks. We do all the ground maintenance, all the cutting, and everything that needs to be done as far as maintaining the parks where they're cutting, they're taken care of. I have field investigators who go out and they're actually getting complaints maybe about a cave-in or this or that. So you have all these different departments that you have to manage, and you have to move that funding in between all those based on the budget that you have. Whereas if you're the mayor, you're able to go based on the knowledge and the experience that I have. I know this needs to happen here, and I know this needs to happen here. And I've worked with the fire, and we work with the police, and we work with the other departments. And you just have an operational knowledge that it can only go to administrators so far. But if you're in the top level position, then you can deal with your directors and your deputy mayors and everyone and delegate and relegate that based on your personal knowledge of doing the work.
Do you feel like you're ready to take on that vast amount of, I guess, operational leadership? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
talking about different departments.
Yeah, no problem. We don't have no problem. No problem at all dealing with people. We don't have no problem at all sitting down and listening to people. And then we put plans together and we make it happen. So what we say at DPW, and we joke a lot, but people will say, I had some people say, well, I was like, yeah, the last time we had 247 trees fall in like 2 or 3 days or something. And they was like, I didn't hear anything about it. And I was like, I know. You're not supposed to hear nothing because they're out there working. This is what we do. And we say the same thing when we removing snow, the same thing when we were solid waste, doing the trash removal. It's what we do. Whether a truck goes down or this happens or that happens, some of that is, prior, training from the Marine Corps and other things in life, but it's getting the job done. Not making any excuses, just getting the work done. So the operational part of being able to relegate and delegate and have people do this and deal with people and get work done, that's an everyday thing. That's what we do.
What are your top 3 priorities?
Definitely always public safety, always infrastructure. We have to deal with this homelessness issue and affordable housing. So I don't know if I have a top 3, but we have so many issues, and we have to navigate and address them. We can't say, well, we can't get it done because we got less money. We have to find a way to help people, whether it's partnerships or whatever, or thinking outside the box. As long as legally we can do it, we gonna make some things happen.
For any of those, is there a specific plan that you have kind of already in mind?
I got a couple. I can't really give all the details about. I'm big on mentoring too. So these young people, I'm big on mentoring. I was talking to some different organizations, some different city organizations, and I'm kind of one of them people that just like to, if it's a problem, let's solve it. So we were talking one day, and it was like, well, some of the young people get in trouble, and then they're in the neighborhood, or their moms at work, and they don't know, because, and I'm like, well, why they can't come? Why they can't come to work? Why they can't come and spend the day with one of these city workers and see what the city workers do, and just have them sitting at home all day, and see this back-breaking work that they're doing. And it might change something. It might pop something in them. But it's just little things like that. Talking to the firefighters and going, man, could they come to the firehouse, do their homework there, and do a ride along? You know, is it something? Is it some insurance riders or something we need to look or something? Get the young people involved so we're not dealing with some of the issues that we have, but also quit allowing the narrative to be driven by a few. We never talk about all the kids that are doing great. We only put a spotlight on the few that are causing mayhem and a little trouble here and there. Well, the ones that we can help that want help, let's help. Let's find a way to wrap services around to help them.
We've seen the recent implementation of the Indianapolis Public Education Corporation, right? Do you feel like the current level of influence over public education policy should change, especially when we're talking about charter schools and public schools and sharing that funding?
So I don't have all the information on it. This is what I know. The state has jacked up the education system. And what I know is this. It's broken now. So where do you leave a parent and a child? You leave a parent, we call it choice. That parent has to try to find what's going to best help their child. I would love to say politically, like, I'm all for IPS and them getting all their money back. Sure, as soon as these 600,000 Democrats here in Marion County vote, and vote the people out of office that keep destroying your systems, whether it's your education system or whether it's your dealing with the municipalities the way we have to deal with the state or what else. We're on this end, but everything's being done at the State House that directly affects that. Well, the mayor's office have charter schools now. So what can I do? The only thing I can do is make sure that these schools are being ran and that these children are getting the best education they can. Would I love to see it all be IPS? Of course I would. That's no different than us talking about the data centers. Do I want them? No. But if you're getting all the tax incentives, if you're getting all the breaks and the State House has made it easy and they got the property and they got everything they need, how you stop that? You stop it on the state level where they don't even want to come here. They want to come here because they've made it so easy for them to come here.
And one of those big issues is crime. A lot of people say that the current system is too lenient and that a lot of repeat offenders are just sent back out into the streets. Do you feel like the current system needs to change to where we're, kind of, I guess, punishing those who keep repeating these crimes? And, obviously, crime is a big issue in Indianapolis.
Well, crime is a big issue. I think we get lost in this conversation where you see people on the federal level putting an IU student that passed away up and all this and the they're just too lenient and all that. He's the prosecutor. That's his job to prosecute. It's the judge's job to sentence and do whatever. And a lot of times that message gets lost and then it becomes political. Oh, this is a good time to take where somebody's been hurt or lost or something like that, and let's politicize. The prosecutor's doing a good job as far as I'm concerned, based on my talkings and dealings with him, that he's doing what he can. The judges, they're not sentencing. They're not keeping them. So to say it's the prosecutor's fault, that's like a half truth.
But do you feel like the prosecutor could at least, are there any improvements that you feel like he could make?
I think what he's trying to do is have a balance. No different than what the city's doing about hiring people who are coming back home and have served their time. We do a lot of hiring of people who have been in the system. We're not going, oh, well, You politically, I'm taking a chance on you because you have this record. We're going, if you serve your time and this amount of time has went and nothing else has happened, then there's an opportunity for you to get hired at the city. How can we say we live in a society where we believe people should be given a second chance and then never give them a second chance just so you can get reelected or just so they can elect somebody? Then we'll come back and have the same conversation again. And I can't speak for the prosecutor, but he's doing what he can. I'm sure he'll tell you the same thing. He's trying to do the best job he can. He's the one that has to go home, just like those families, those decisions. We ought to be praying for them and everybody else that's making decisions versus we're quick to judge that they do make the right decisions.
Let's talk about data centers.
Yes.
I know you kind of mentioned that. Do you support their development here in Indianapolis?
People don't want them, but they hear. It's the same conversation we would be having about charter schools. It's the exact same conversation. People don't want them, but if you make it where it's available, here it is. So I'm being a union guy because I've been asked this before because, of course, the building trades are supporting the data centers because they're building them. So why wouldn't they be supportive? They want to build, and that's what they're supposed to do. But if a hospital was being built there instead of a data center, they would have no problem. They'll build a hospital. So you can't be mad at the unions for wanting to build. On the other hand, we need to find out why the people's wishes aren't being met. That's the question.
So would you support a moratorium on them, a pause?
Yeah. They could pause it, but it's going to happen because they've already made it where it can. So how are you going to stop it? You literally can't stop them from building that data center. They're working with AES. I've already heard them talking about building brand new transformers and doing all that. So if you're talking like that, then it's a done deal. It's just like, that's the political part. I don't like playing the political part of the game where we could do this or we could do it beforehand if y'all start voting and have those people that's over there at the State House that's making it so easy for them to do it. Then you want the municipality to try to fix what the State House did already open the door. It's open. So we can't stop the State House from doing what they're doing unless we vote the people out that are doing against the will of the people.
Now, when you become mayor, obviously there's going to be unpopular decisions that you make. How do you decide when to listen and then when to lead?
The greatest part that I've learned in leadership, the greatest part about making tough decisions, that if you lead, people will follow you when they trust you. So it's kind of like being in the Marine Corps. You don't even, half the time, I would say, there's no question. You're going to follow whoever's leading you, but there's something in your heart that knows this person is willing to give it all for me. And when people get that sense from you, where they going, something about you different. I know in my heart that you're a good person and that you're really trying to do the very best for all of it. You get that, you don't have no problem. The decisions are trust. That's why you better have something like faith, a real belief in something other than yourself. Do
you have any examples of unpopular decisions you've made as a leader?
There's been times that people have wanted things to go the way they wanted to, and they may not have all the facts, and you may not have the time to walk them through it all. But there's been times when people have wanted things to go a certain way, and you're like, it's just not gonna happen like this. This is going like this because of this. But I can't sit here for an hour and take you through whatever I need to take you through to make you feel better about the decision I have to make. I would hope that you know that whatever decision I'm making is for the betterment of all.
Well, is there anything today that that you'd like to stress that maybe I didn't ask?
Man, I want people to just get out and vote. Just get out and vote. Please get out. Even if you don't vote for me, and I know that's not popular, but man, please, 18% is not going to change anything. And I know it feels like it's helpless sometimes, just from the people that I've been talking to. Just helpless. My vote doesn't matter. Nothing's going to change, and they're surviving. I know what it's like to have your lights off. I know what it's like to have your gas off. I know what it's like to have your water off. I know what it's like for it not to touch. I've been there with a house full of babies and had to figure it out. You know, I've been through some of the same things that I'm hearing people talk about. And I don't know if I can fix them all, but I'm going to give my all. I'm going to give my all. I've given my all to this city for over 20 years.
Well, Mr. Bright, thank you so much for sitting down and chatting with us.